When I was 19, I had to get an internship for my first year of university studies. This was back in 2012. It was my first experience dabbling in the corporate world. I made a resume with absolutely nothing on it, and I walked over confidently to a few car dealerships and call centers to fill out an application. Now, obviously, I didn't get hired because who would want a resume like this? But I did manage to get a position as a community manager in my own university. Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it was a pity job position they made for rejects like me and a couple other people. But I didn't mind at the time. I was just happy to finally start my career. One day, while I was talking with my manager, she asked me if I have a profile on LinkedIn. I said no because I thought I'm still new to be in it. I haven't had any experience yet. But she strongly advised me to start up my profile and connect with people in the industry. I created my account, edited my profile to the best of my 2012 abilities, put a nice picture on it where I'm wearing a suit, and started exploring. At the time, LinkedIn was used for one primary goal: to get a job. It was fairly easy. You create your profile, apply to some jobs, get some interviews, a few callbacks, and bam, you're hired. At first, and this may surprise some of you, LinkedIn was actually quite useful. You can get endorsed for your skills, look up any person you want and connect with them. The algorithm was simple, which made the feed seem interesting. Pretty much could guarantee to find a meaningful conversation in there from known personalities that LinkedIn allows to publish their thoughts and insights. These were called super influencers. Around 150 super influencers were added on the network that people could follow, similar to Twitter, such as Barack Obama or Ariane Huffington from the Huffington Post. These people could write whatever they wanted, with no 140 character limits contrary to Twitter, as long as it was business related. Our goal is to always make sure that there's high quality, said Dan Roth, executive editor at LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
LinkedIn knew that expanding this program could attract off topics and unfiltered content and damage LinkedIn's professional image. But what they wanted to do is to transform LinkedIn from a simple online phone book to a more social platform with content and interaction. This is where it started going downhill. Back in 2014, LinkedIn made the decision to open its publishing platform to everyone. LinkedIn wanted to become a professional content-driven platform, sort of like a B2B version of Facebook. Ryan Roslansky, the head of content products at LinkedIn, put it like this: one of our big strategic bets for the company is for LinkedIn to become the definitive professional publishing platform. Yeah, at first, it seems like a harmless idea. Give the users a platform to share their ideas and their experience and kick off their personal branding. But what LinkedIn forgot to keep in mind is that by doing so, the quality they aspired to reach and keep might not be as good as they had expected. In the beginning, you would get connections from recruiters. No big deal. It's LinkedIn after all. But then you start to realize that they're literally everywhere. They would send random connection requests, even if you weren't looking for a job. Once you're connected with them, you would get a lot of the same content in your feed. If only they were posting about new job offers or valuable insights on how to get hired somewhere, that would have been fine. But they were also posting fake success stories and pretending to be motivational speakers. Even though recruiters were annoying the hell out of people, LinkedIn did nothing to stop them. Why?
Money.
Back in 2014, 60% of LinkedIn's revenue came from recruitment services, the very thing that was frustrating users the most, which made LinkedIn in a tough position. Do they prioritize users and keep the platform engaging, or make the recruiters happy to keep the cash flowing in? LinkedIn tried to manage both, but it just made the platform weird.
Getting weird.
When you log into LinkedIn today, you can tell that something is off with the algorithm. Of course, I'm not going to be generalizing. Some content is actually pretty interesting, but it is drowned in the noise we are subjected to every single day. LinkedIn has become a cesspool of bad, AI-generated, useless content. The self-aggrandizing and obviously fabricated stories have somewhat become normal. I realize that in this ocean of experts, you are kinda obligated to do the same in order to be seen and visible, to build your personal brand. But after seeing so many posts, you can genuinely tell that the content is inauthentic. And I can't understand why. The community in LinkedIn feels like it's structured in a way where top influencers and creators are always celebrated. You cannot escape them from your feed, even if you don't follow them. And this is because these writers write content for the algorithm only, and not for the reader. This is why you can probably see how top performing posts always follow the same formula. A hook, one paragraph of storytelling, a list of random bullet points, and a call to action. They also make sure to include as many line breaks as possible. This makes the content longer, making you read slower, and in result increasing the dwell time, which is a metric used in the LinkedIn algorithm, time spent on the post. The dwell time is actually stronger than only one like. There's even some LinkedIn gurus who give out templates and checklists you can follow in order to make your post successful and reach a wider audience. Of course, the way you can get these templates isn't quite ethical. They literally make you beg for it publicly in the comments. All of this is for the sake of engagement mining. It is so sad that LinkedIn isn't doing anything to stop these practices. How many times have you come across someone who can give out a report or a white paper PDF about something you're interested in, list you a plethora of demands before handing it over to you? You have to follow them, send them a connection request, like the post, and type something in the comments. What you type is usually a keyword to steer the algorithm in their favor. And more times than not, even after you've done all of these steps, chances are you would be ghosted and not get the file at all, unless you specifically ask for it in their DMs.
This is so humiliating!
The whole platform feels unmoderated. The only silver lining I can get from it is how we keep the subreddit LinkedIn Lunatics successful, with 768,000 members. I recommend all of you, by the way, to go check it out. It's so sad, but it's very funny. I honestly believe that if it were any other platform, it would have collapsed by now. But because we all use it to find work, well, what other choices do we have? Viadeo, Recruit. FOMO, the fear of missing out, plays a huge role in LinkedIn usage. Not being in it can be more harmful than beneficial for some users, and that is exactly how LinkedIn keeps users coming back. We often talk about how people are addicted to Instagram or doom scrolling on TikTok, but we never talk about how and why people are addicted to LinkedIn, but in a different way. You probably don't wake up every morning, put on your glasses if you're blind like me, and scroll through LinkedIn after you've hit snooze 4 times. In fact, most of us find LinkedIn cringy, repetitive, and full of corporate buzzwords. But we still check it. Why? Because deep down, there's a part of us that says, what if I miss out on a job opportunity? What if my friends are getting ahead while I'm here slacking or procrastinating? What if I'm not networking enough and it hurts my career? And it actually makes you feel all those negative emotions that Instagram can make you feel. Every time you log in, you see someone announcing a new job, a new milestone, getting promoted, or moving abroad for a big career move. And then you start questioning yourself. Wait, should I be applying for jobs? Am I making as much money as my peers? Maybe I'm falling behind. Wait, is that a foot? LinkedIn wants you to feel this way because it keeps you engaged, checking for job postings, constantly updating your resume, and making sure your profile is always recruiter friendly. At the end of the day, we're not happy to be on LinkedIn. It's not fun, it's horrible. But it makes you feel guilty for not being active. If you're not posting, you're not building your personal brand. If you're not engaging, you're missing networking opportunities. And if you're not scrolling, you might miss an important industry trend. Similar to Instagram, people only share the good side of them. A job promotion, a startup success story, a motivational speech about someone who never gave up. But nobody posts about their failures. How someone got the 100th rejection letter this month. How someone just got fired today. And because LinkedIn only shows the highlights, it warps your perception and you think everyone is winning except you. Adding insult to injury, LinkedIn profits off your FOMO. The more anxious you feel about your career, the more time you spend on LinkedIn. The more you engage, the more LinkedIn can sell ads and premium subscriptions and convince you that the reason you aren't so successful on LinkedIn is because you're not a premium member. Speaking of LinkedIn Premium, why the hell is it so expensive? LinkedIn is allegedly the most expensive subscription platform, but 39% of users pay for it. The package contains the ability to see people who check your profile, LinkedIn Learning, InMail, which are messages you can send to people who you aren't connected with, but you only get 5 InMails in the least expensive plan. and a little gold badge that says, "I'm better than all of you." Does it justify getting premium? In my opinion, no, it does not. It can help a little bit when you're applying to some jobs and you can select top choice in the job offers with the easy apply feature. Maybe contact recruiters directly through email. Even though these messages, by the way, they go to the other folder, which make it harder for recruiters to see them. And a little bit of AI features here and there that give you some recommendations in order to improve your posts and your profile. LinkedIn is a mess. It is insane how it got this bad with no competitor trying to take its place. It would be nothing if users stopped seeing it as a necessity for their careers. But what can be done to make it less of a mess? Maybe we can create groups where people could get into and post anything they want. If they wanted to share a personal post about themselves, they could do it inside the group and leave the general feed to business-related posts. We can also have an upvote downvote system similar to Reddit. You see a content that's irrelevant, downvote the crap out of it and make the author realize that this post is cringe. And please make some tweaks to the LinkedIn algorithm. Let's promote quality over quantity. We really don't need to see the same faces on LinkedIn taking the space for other content creators who are genuinely trying to share some thoughtful and meaningful posts. As for users, if you want to share something on LinkedIn, ask yourself, is this necessary? I can guarantee you that 90% of the time, it's not. So please stop typing, log off, and enjoy your life without the hassle of LinkedIn. Unless you're Ken Chang, then by all means, keep them coming. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps a ton, and I'll see you in the next video.